Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is PsychoGold, this is PsychoGold Videos, and today we're going to be checking out the latest episode of Overlord, and that would be episode 8. Yes ladies and gentlemen, the third season is continuing on, and we are going to be finding out what happens to the 4 would-be adventurers now that they are going up against the Lord of Nazarick, the great gladiator it seems, Lord Ainz. I have absolutely no clue what's going to happen in this episode. The last episode was absolutely crazy. Nazarick awoke from its slumber and pretty much decimated everything that it came into contact with. All of the NPC characters like the skeletons and the liches and I would say skeletal mages, but several people took the time out of their day to tell me that they are in fact elder liches. Thanks guys. And lots of other things happened as well. We met some new characters, we saw a lot of characters die, and we saw one poor chap probably spend the rest of his life wishing he was dead, bolted to the wall at the hands of Neuronist. Yeah. Anyway, today is another episode, and we're going to see what's happening to some of the characters who are still alive, who haven't fallen victim to Nazarick yet, and somehow they're going to go up against Ainz in the coliseum. Now, I don't know how they can possibly survive against him, but maybe they will. Maybe Ainz is going to hold back. I don't know exactly what's going to happen. So without further ado, let's dive right into it and talk about it afterwards. 3, 2, 1, go! 4 foolish humans that infiltrated the great tomb of Nazarick. The King of Death, you say? Ah! Oh my god, Albedo's there as well? Yeah. A Handful of Hope. Chapter 8. They're gonna try and talk their way out, that would be interesting. Ainz is wearing that same collar thing that the lizard men were wearing in the last episode, which people have told me that is an experience booster. But why would Ainz need it? I thought he was max level. What do they mean if they had permission? That would be very confusing. What the heck is going on? I'm very confused. Ah. Well, that's the end of his bluff, because that's not what anyone who knew him would know his name by. Oh no, that's definitely Ainz. Holy macaroni, what the hell? He doesn't normally get this emotional. Normally his abilities have stopped him by now. I think they struck a nerve. Oh. It's the Wrath Pony inside me. There we go. Just finally kicked in. Interesting. He definitely is channeling the gladiator look. Well, we all know that Ainz can win this without any effort whatsoever. But maybe he wants to improve his hand-to-hand combat? I have no idea. But either way, this is really cool to watch. A different kind of game. Oh, his sword and shield have disappeared. Oh, he's gonna take the ring off, isn't he? So she can see how much power he has. Oh! Oh, the sight of his power made her throw up. Look at his flipping aura. I think you'll find if he touches you, you're done for. Whoa! Ah! Yeah, that... You can apply all the boosts you want, my friend. I'm afraid that won't do anything. Well, he looks like he's dead, but he just used paralysis on him, right? So he's probably not actually dead. The strongest man in this world? Oh! There we go. Oh, I thought for a minute then he was going to tell them who it is. No, you don't, because that isn't the sky you can see. I love the way that Ainz just stands there and waits for them to finish having their little conversation. No, you won't. They both know that they're gonna die. Oh! Oh! Damn, setting Shalltear on someone is not... Well, yeah, I have to tend to agree with that, dude. But, you haven't seen what Nazarick can offer. Death is a mercy compared to some of the other stuff that could befall you. I think we all know that that hasn't worked. Yeah, that's a terrifying sight. Oh, that's interesting. So he's looking for other people of power, which we kind of already knew, but still. Oh, there we go. There's the wall. It goes on for much longer than I thought. Yeah. Sorry, you were done for the second that he gave Shalltear the order. Okay. Okay. Vampire Shalltear came out to play. Okay, so they took her apart. Interesting. Grandchildren ate the rest. What? And she has a new voice. Interesting. It is how you respect the dead, you know. A lot of cultures definitely believe that. I hate to break it to you guys, but your sister's not coming back. Ah, what an interesting moment to end the episode on. Oh. Wait, what? Wait, what? Okay. Wait. Is that Aura Mare? Yes, it is. Okay, this is going to be interesting. If no one comes to apologize, he will destroy the country. We're going to massacre the humans here. What? Mare! Whoa! You're gonna finally show off how powerful you are. Damn! Bring in that earthquake! And just the pet dragon just sat there like, mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they now understand who they're dealing with. Wow. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That was Overlord Season 3, Episode 8, and what a fantastic episode that was. That might be one of the better episodes that we've had in a long time. This one and the previous episode were both fantastic. I can definitely see why people were saying that Ainz is going to show off his more darker side, and I absolutely love it. This is the sort of show I thought we were going to be watching from day one. I've loved what we've had beforehand, but I really have been looking forward to seeing the Overlord finally come out of his shell and start making war with everything else around him and kicking ass and taking names, basically. I think the idea of sending Aura and Mare there at the end is perfect. I mean, the Dark Elf twins together, that's not a combination that you want to suddenly pop up and knock on your door and say, by the way, we're here to kill you! I love the fact that the dragon was literally nothing more than just transportation. Like, you'd think when they said that they were going to massacre the humans that they'd have got the dragon to do it. But no, Mare just caused an earthquake, as you do. Like, it's just nothing for them. The episode itself I thought was really great. It was nice again to see Ainz be the center of attention. I absolutely loved his angry meltdown. But I couldn't quite work out what was going on to begin with when they were trying to bluff their way out of it, and then obviously halfway through their conversation I realised Ainz was wondering whether or not the person that they were talking about was a member of the guild, whether or not he'd found somebody else from Yggdrasil. And of course the second he said, you know, pass on my regard to Ainz, it was like, huh, well, I wasn't called Ainz back then, so yeah, you done messed up now. And then he went absolutely mental, and I thought that was brilliant. We never get to see him get emotional because of that trait, and in that particular instance, his trait just couldn't keep up with the amount of anger that he had flowing within him. But I loved that transition between his full-on rage and then the trait hit. He calmed down so that it wouldn't come out externally, but he was still in the middle of his rant, and it's like, ah, and I'm going to be the birthing of a Thabaya. And it was like, wait, what? But yeah, the fights that we got as well was also pretty cool. No, I don't really understand why he did it himself or why he was wearing that collar. It all seemed a bit weird. I've no doubt that someone's going to tell me that it was explained in the light novel, and those of you who always keep me apprised of what wasn't in this episode from the same plot points in the light novel, I look forward to reading your comments about exactly why he was wearing that collar, why he chose to fight them hand to hand and then swap to magic casting. Was he just bored and wanted a bit of fun, or did he just want to deal with the final intruders himself because they had dared to step foot in the house that he built? Which pretty much seemed to be the theme of everything. I also like the fact that we got to see Shalltear do something, because she hasn't really been able to do much since, you know, the first season. And yes, alright, we all knew how that was going to end. The second he gave the order, there was no way she was going to beat Shalltear. But it was just nice to see her do something and be a bit of a reminder that she is absolutely terrifying and she takes way too much pleasure in killing people. And yeah, she's a vampire through and through. I'm not really sure if being killed by a vampire is painless, but apparently it is, so either way, that's a mercy. No idea what happened to the three that he paralyzed, and obviously, you know, he said that they were gonna experiment on the magic caster, but the other two, they said that they needed room for the nesting, so are they going to use them as like a place where the parasites can lay their eggs? I'm very confused, but I don't think I want to know. Overall, I thought this was great. I mean, Albedo, Ainz, Aura, Shalltear, the people that we were introduced to. The only thing that I think was, I don't know, like, I can't make up my mind whether or not I think this is a good thing or not, but obviously the workers, we didn't exactly have much time to be introduced to them or get acquainted with them. So, I know they wanted us to care about them and the fact that Ainz was, you know, obliterating them, but I really didn't. yes, we had an establishment of a relationship between the elf and the human, but other than that, it was kind of like, yeah, I know he cares about her and vice versa, but... And? You know? I almost feel like they should have spent more time on either developing their characters earlier in the season, or they just shouldn't have bothered. It seems like that whole episode where we essentially followed them around was kind of pointless, but at the same time, I think that's the point, is, you know, they had lives, they had stuff going on, you know. She had her sisters and her family issues, and they had dreams, and this might have been their last job, and blah blah blah, but ultimately, Ainz gave them multiple opportunities to not go into the tomb. You know, they had that huge chest of gold that they pretty much confirmed everyone found a massive pot of gold. They could have just left there and then. Now, at the same time, they are adventurers at heart, so it doesn't really surprise me that they didn't, and I don't necessarily think that it's purely out of greed that they didn't. I think they were hired to explore the tomb, so that's what they were going to do. So I do half understand why they wouldn't turn back, but at the same time, I just don't really care that much that they lost, so if that makes me a bad person, so be it. I can't wait for the next episode after the way that this one ended. I think it's absolutely brilliant that Ainz has sent Orem there to go and basically make it very clear that Ainz doesn't take kindly to people coming into his house, so he's gonna send people to come into yours, and his people are far stronger. It's a bit like that moment where they said, you know, if you don't let us go, then Momon of Darkness is gonna come after you. And I so thought he was gonna change into Momon and be like, yeah, I hate to break it to you guys, but I'm not going to come and save you. But he didn't. He just chose to say that he won't be of any help to you, which is, oh, it's not as good, but it'll do. I'm very curious to see if the Emperor calls for Momon, or what the Emperor does to respond. Will he send someone to apologize? Because I can't see that happening. But if not, I honestly don't see there being anybody in that kingdom who's going to be able to stand against Nazarick if Nazarick got serious. I mean, can you imagine if he just said to the Guardians, I want that city leveled, all of you, go. Like, it would be done in a night. That wouldn't even be a challenge to them. You know, that would just be so much fun to watch if we actually do get to see a huge confrontation between armies of any of the human kingdoms that we've been introduced to so far, and any of the forces of Nazarick, because every time we've seen Nazarick's forces, no matter how low tier they are, go up against any of the forces from this world, Nazarick always wins. And Nazarick always says, like, wow, you guys are so weak. These guys aren't even our best. These are like the cannon fodder troops. The only time that they've ever been able to win against Nazarick forces is when it's like the basic of basic skeletons, and the workers were able to take them out pretty easily. But literally once they got a little bit further in, they were starting to struggle from the sheer numbers of undead that Nazarick has at its command. Right guys, that's probably going to do it for me for this episode. I thoroughly enjoyed that, and I can't wait to see the crusade of Lord Ainz against the Empire. I just really want to know what happens next in the confrontation. I am so excited to see where this arc goes next. So, as always, if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below letting me know how much you enjoyed this episode. I have no doubt that you guys have a lot to say. It is always fun talking to you guys about Overlord. And if you're new around here, don't forget to click subscribe. I check out Overlord every week as it airs, along with a load of other good animes that you can go and check out right now over on my channel. That's going to be it though for today, guys, and as always, I am Psycho Gold, and I will see you in my next video. Psycho Gold, out.